Every morning with the sunrise, turtle teams head out to look for something truly magical, signs a sea turtle has nested. Today, I'll take you behind the scenes of a nest inventory and show you how we protect a new nest. I'm joined by a mother and daughter volunteer who took this great footage for a school project. And hello, for those new here, I'm Leah. I work as a sea turtle conservationist and create educational sea turtle content. I am permitted to conduct all of these activities since sea turtles are a highly protected species. During our drive down the beach of our survey, we came across these fresh turtle tracks, an incoming and an outgoing track that led to a beautiful body pit. This is the area where the turtle has laid the eggs, covered, and then returned to the ocean. We will be documenting this nest, but first we will be conducting a nest inventory. So a nest inventory is on a nest that has recently emerged 3 to 5 days prior, and I'll be digging into the nest to determine the nest success. And so that nest is actually situated right behind this body pit. So it was perfect location. So I grab the necessary supplies that I need and head up to the nest to conduct this inventory. I want to knock this out first, so just in case there were any live hatchlings, I could get them into the ocean sooner rather than later. This screen on top of the nest is to prevent predators from digging down into the egg chamber, and the hatchlings are small enough that they're able to fit through the holes when they emerge. So I'm removing the nesting supplies and going to start to dig down into that chamber to pull out the contents to sort hatched from unhatched to determine the nest success, and this gets done for every one of the nests on the beach so we know how successful the season was. This nest was laid by a loggerhead sea turtle, and they have an average clutch size of about 120 eggs, so I have quite a lot of digging and sorting ahead of me. The incubation period for these nests is between 45 to 60 days, really dependent on temperature. The temperature will also determine the sex of the hatchling. The warmer the temperature produces female, and cooler produces male. And like I said, sometimes there could be live hatchlings below, which this one we did find one hatchling. So that's just going to go into the bucket while I sort the remaining contents. And then we'll be bringing that hatchling a bit closer to the ocean and letting it crawl and enter the water. Once we have tallied up all the numbers, the nest contents, the eggs and unhatched eggs, all go back into the original chamber, because if I had not dug them up, that's where they would be. They are added nutrients to our dune system. This little hatchling has been getting its flippers moving and is ready to enter the ocean. So come with us as we release the hatchling. We bring the hatchlings that we find within the nest during an inventory a bit closer to the water because they are a bit weaker than their siblings who would have emerged 3 to 5 days ago. But we still want the hatchling to do a bit of a crawl. It is really important that they get this crawl in to get their muscles moving. They also may imprint at this stage, so the sea turtles use the Earth's magnetic field so they know their location and assists with their navigation. Good luck, little one. So now it's time to document the new nest. I am trained to use this device called a probe, which I gently push in the sand, and when I feel a difference in the sand, I know that the egg chamber is nearby, so then I dig down with my hands to confirm the eggs are there. This nest is in a nice and high location, so no relocation is needed. So I'm going to dig down to the eggs and then pull out one egg for a genetics project. So we are part of a wider genetics project that occurs along the east coast of the US, where from one egg sample they're able to determine the mother's DNA to see where else she's been nesting along the coastline and learn more about our sea turtles to further help their conservation. We collect data on a data card for each nest. Some of the information includes the date laid, species, and location, like taking the GPS coordinates. And since this nest is in a nice and high area, no relocation is needed, so it's time now to install the predator cage. So this season we had actually switched to metal cages versus that plastic screen that you saw in the previous nest because our raccoons were really being troublesome. So these cages help to prevent the raccoon predation. Once the cage is installed, it's time to put up the posts, which includes a loggerhead protection area sign, a nest number sign, and 2 blank posts. Then we wrap an orange ribbon around the post to make it highly visible to the public. If you joined us for this entire Turtle Patrol, you are turtly amazing. Type turtle power in the comments if that's you. I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes video showing a sea turtle nest inventory and documenting a new turtle nest. If you love sea turtles as much as I do, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future Turtle Tuesday videos. We'll see you next week.
It's time to dive in and do something good with Myrtle the turtle, just like we should.